In this episode, I'm going to explain to you how to install my gas tank, my fuel sending unit, and some of the problems I had and the things that I had to do to fix them. Trying to get ready to put my fuel tank on my 64 Galaxie. Everything seems to look good except when I go to put the fuel tank cylinder in. So, this gasket is nowhere near close to the right size. So when I go to put it in, it just does not fit. There's nothing I can do to get that thing to fit. Seems to sit kind of up there, but not quite. And if it goes up that high, I cannot get the ring on square because it just starts to deform right away. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but it'll take me a while. All right, so to get this to work, I used a cork rubber gasket, and I cut one out, and I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try putting it right down here, seeing how it works. I'm going to say I'm cautiously optimistic, but that would be a strong word. I will let you know how it ends. Looks like it may have worked. I'm not sure. I'll have to play around with it for a little while, but we'll see if the gasket sealed and if it deteriorates. I don't think it will, but lots of opinions on the internet. Putting a bit of sound deadener in there. Not as much for sound deadening as to basically be anti-rattle, anti-vibration. So put that in. I think it'll work okay. I'll let you know shortly. So you're wondering where the gas tank straps go. They go here on that reinforcement. Now you can see here, maybe you can't, this was a new one I put in. Welds here. It fits pretty good in there. It was about the only spot that had any rust. And I think other than holding up the trunk a little bit, it was for the gas tank. And then for the back, it sits up there. Took me a while to figure it out. That's where it sits. And I'm gonna guess that this here is just to hold it in place, hold the gas tank in place. So I might put some kind of a gasket in there too, just to hold it, keep it from rubbing and making noise. All right, I have this set in place. My normal plan of attack is to put the strap in here, go through, and put the bolts in like that, with the bolt already in place. I couldn't get it started. This thread J-hook isn't long enough to do that by yourself. If you had 2 or 3 people, you might be able to do it. So what I did is I put the J-hook in, I started this, put it in this way, had them laying down, and then because I kept them as loose as I could, then I could hook it in place here. So now I'm just going to tighten it up, and it seems to be the way to do it as a one-man show. Installed. Again, I don't know if it's going to leak, but it's installed and it's looking pretty good down here. Just going to slide around. You guys can see how it looks down here. So up next, I think I'm going to put the gas gauge in and tie in the gas line and hopefully be able to use the gas tank going forward. You can see how tight the fuel line was to the cross brace for the gas tank. I ended up having to just basically pry it with a pry bar a little bit just to give me enough room to get the hose in. I think it'll be okay. It's touching, but I don't think it's pressing too much. If it does press too much, it might start to leak here on the gasket, but we'll find out in the next few days as I start to fill this thing up with gas. But overall, the gas tank fits nice in here. I do have one question for you fine folks. The
Factory line is 5/16. Now this was a big block car, the 352 car, but I think all the big blocks are the same. I'm just not sure if that's going to be big enough. Everyone says go 3/8, but it ran on the 60s cars for a long time. It's in good shape. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Well, after a bit of research, checking up on the gas line, I had it flipped upside down. This is likely due to taking it off, putting it on a bunch of times when I was working with the gasket. This only goes in two ways. It's got some slots and it only goes in either upside up or upside down. So I must have inadvertently put it in upside down. Started thinking about it when that gas gauge wasn't working, and even though it's still not working, I looked at a couple other videos and found out that this is the right way of doing it. The gas line should be at the bottom and the gauge wire should be at the top. So if you do encounter that, you'll see it. Anyways, just a little bit of a zoom in on how the clamps work up there. And again, the last question, is this factory 5/16 inch line going to be big enough? I think it will, but a lot of people say go with the 3/8.